The creature is said to look like a large, black, dog-like creature with glowing red eyes, and it's associated with death and misfortune when it's been seen.
I'm not using the term monster gratuitously at all, Birdman, as this footage I'm going to show you will reveal this creature is not something to be toyed with.
Okay.
You're listening to the Junior Birdman Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Junior Birdman Podcast. I am your host, the Junior Birdman. Today, another great show. We're going to be talking about the Black Hound, and we're going to bring a man on who's been investigating this creature for some time and has some never-before-seen footage. Going to premiere here for the first time ever on the Junior Birdman Podcast. Before we do any of that, though, we're going to try and debut our news bot again. This is something that we've put a lot of work in behind the scenes. You know, we're all about technology and AI and trying to improve things. This technology, though, blends a little bit of newer digital technology with analog technology. So you're going to see, you know, some things are a little bit challenging in that regard, but we had a little problem with it yesterday. We think we worked some things out. We restarted it today, and we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Let's hear what it sounds like. Go ahead and start the bot.
The critical funding that would accelerate the development of the use of female dummies in crash testing. Use 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 female dummies in crash testing.
Stop it again. We got some things to work out with that thing still. Let's go ahead and go to sports with Steg. Steg?
Yes, they begin with this play here. You see the man, he comes, and this is an amazing play. Now here we see these men are together, and here is the phenomenal play again. Now we see in this play, the men are moving, there's a lot of action, and now we see, yes, there it is the phenomenal play again. And we have one more, here it is, this man here, he comes, and this is one great play he makes, a great play again. And here on the board we now have some of the great scores, some of the great games again from yesterday.
Thank you, Steg. Let's get an update on traffic with our Hawk in the Sky, Ethan.
Good afternoon, Birdman. Heavy congestion already started to build up in the southbound lanes of I-1, stretching into the suburbs, causing about a 45-minute delay, so plan accordingly to Erica. Heading towards the east side, good news and bad news. Good news is there's no major accidents on the highway. Traffic's flowing smoothly there. Bad news is major accident on the intersection of Willie and Willie Streets, causing a major shutdown in that area. Avoid that intersection at all costs. We're heading towards the airport. Expect the usual delays. Airport access roads have some high volume traffic this morning. Additionally, some stalled vehicles off the off-ramp of Willie and causing some additional backups. Plan accordingly. Be safe out there. This is Ethan Hawkins guy for the Junior Birdman Podcast.
Thank you, Ethan. Let's get a check on the weather with Tucker.
Well, I can tell you the weather was fine a little while ago when I was outside. But if you really want to know, just get up and go outside and look for yourself. That's all you have to do.
I'm a little worried about Tucker. This just doesn't seem to be himself. All right, we'll be right back, folks.
The contest is underway. 32 of the most beautiful women you can imagine. And you get to choose. Like a model's video to vote for. Comment on our video to double that vote. Vote for as many women as you like. Subscribe and click the link here to see the videos and start voting.
This is Morgan Freeman with This Day in American History, telling you to tune in every day to the Junior Birdman Podcast. It's the kind of laughter, comedy, enjoyment, and fulfillment that made this nation great. The Junior Birdman Podcast. Tune in 5 days a week.
We're going to continue our series now on myths, legends, and monsters in the United States. Our junior producer, Amy, has put that together for us. Amy, welcome back to the Junior Birdman podcast.
Hello, great to be back again.
Great to have you. What have you got for us today?
Today we're talking about the...
I don't think I know much about the Black Hound. I can't wait to hear. Let's go.
The Black Hound is a supernatural creature that's been reported in various parts of the United States, particularly in the Appalachian region. The creature is said to look like a large, black, dog-like creature with glowing red eyes, and it's associated with death and misfortune when it's been seen. The legend of the Black Hound goes back a long ways. It has its roots in European folklore, where it was believed to be a harbinger of death and a symbol of the devil. In America, the legend has evolved to include sightings of the creature in remote areas, particularly at night. According to the legend, the Black Hound appears to travelers on lonely roads or in isolated places, often as a warning of impending danger or death ahead. Some people claim to have seen the creature following them for miles, only to disappear when they turn to face it. Despite the lack of concrete evidence of the existence of the Black Hound, the legend continues to be popular in the Appalachian region, and it's inspired countless stories and myths. Some people believe that the creature may be a product of local folklore and superstition. Others speculate that it could be real, a living animal, or some kind of supernatural being. Regardless, the Black Hound is definitely a chilling reminder of the power of the myth and legends surrounding death and the occult.
Well, I got to tell you, that one was a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Great job on this one again, Amy, and thanks for joining us again here.
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back, folks.
Are you still struggling to lose weight? Now there's an easy way. Tune into the Junior Birdman podcast and eat later.
In the prior segment, we were talking about the Black Hound. Our next guest is an expert on the subject. John, welcome to the Junior Birdman podcast.
Thank you for having me, Birdman. I hope I can bring some awareness to this issue.
Now, as I understand it, you've been investigating this creature for a long time. Is that correct?
Let me just tell you, I've spent the better part of the last 2 decades investigating these creatures. These vicious monsters are not something that you want to take lightly unless you have the expertise to understand what you're getting into when you look into investigating these creatures, these monsters, as I call them.
Monsters seems a little derogatory. They're just creatures or animals.
I'm not using the term monster gratuitously at all, Birdman. As this footage I'm going to show you will reveal, this creature is not something to be toyed with.
Okay, we got the footage here. This is the first time anybody's seeing this footage too, right? On this show. So this
is obviously not professional footage. A lot of this is captured with a home movie camera or with a phone. So some of it's very grainy, as you can understand. And these creatures are lightning quick as well. So that a camera can capture them at all in some cases is a miracle.
All right. Well, if you could just walk us through what we're looking at as we put these videos up on the screen, if you don't mind.
Sure, we're seeing some footage here of the creature. Now, we had to slow down this footage because this creature's so fast that we couldn't capture it with the net. Now, you can see hard to keep the camera still. As you can see, this monster is lightning fast. This is slowed down to 100 speed. Now, here it is. You can see this person is lucky to be alive as the creature just, look at the speed of that creature as it just moves away. Here's somebody who dared to get very close to this creature. You can see this is a lightning fast monster. He could be on you in a second and you wouldn't know it. Look at the speed of this creature as he just darts through. These people happen to capture this. This is in another environment in the northern side. Now look here, this man here, this man's lucky to be alive. Look at this creature stalking him. Luckily the creature is distracted. And he quickly, you'll see in just a second, moves away. And look at them, look at this beast here now. He's stalking these people here on a trail cam. You can see that. It's very dangerous. Here's another piece of footage. This beast is just going to town now on a poor victim he's obviously got a hold of. It's very disturbing. Here he is now, and this poor creature in this footage just doesn't have a chance. This beast is on him in a moment's notice.
Very emotional.
You can see in this footage here, this man here's lucky to be alive. Look, this beast has got a hold of him, and now here's again some slowed down footage. Look at this. He's on top of this creature, and his prey is done for. And now we also have some footage. We understand he's an aquatic creature. He can work multiple environments. We have some footage with captured here. You can see he's in the water, and here he is now going after some prey in the water. This is some very, very rare footage of the creature in the water. And you can see some folks here have captured very great. Look at this gentleman here is very lucky to be alive. This creature is about to pounce on him and attack. Unfortunately, he's distracted, and bam, look at that, he's gone. You can't even see him. He's disappeared, he's underwater. And now he's back, and yet here's another rare shot of them going from one environment to another. You can see the creature is going directly into the water from the land. That's another rare shot. You see the quality is not so good. We also understand that these animals can get subterranean. Here he is working on his subterranean dwelling. We can see he's preparing his home for a night shelter. And that's how these creatures are able to avoid detection, we believe, by going subterranean. And look at the face of that beast. Look at that monster there. This person just dared to play with the devil himself by getting close enough to that. Look at this creature. This person is lucky again to have all of their facilities. Look at that. They're very close. Look at the face of that monster. That monster is ready to pounce on you at any moment. Look at him. Look at him getting all. Look at him when they get a little torn up. Now this person's just lucky to be alive. But this creature, boy, you just don't want to mess with him. If you catch a hold of one of these creatures in the wild, you better just run for your life.
Well, I'll tell you, that footage is really, really compelling, John. I really want to thank you for bringing it to us and debuting it here on the show for us.
Well, thank you again for having me, Birdman. I want to remind everybody, if you see one of these creatures in the wild, don't approach it. Whatever you do, stay away. Get to safety and call the experts as quickly as possible. Don't try and confront one of these animals yourself.
Great advice. Great advice for everybody out there. Thanks again, John.
Thank you for listening to the Junior Birdman Podcast. Be sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell to be alerted when new videos are posted.